Hello, and welcome to Thankfulness Thursday. I hope that you're all having a day that you can feel thankful for. We're certainly thankful for our beautiful great tree, which we'll just take a look at. People see things in the bark, and I do too. You can see eyes and faces sometimes. It all depends on what you're meant to be perceiving. So, doing the full walk across the lawn today. It seemed like I haven't been doing that so much. You can see some of our magical little forest here. And our beautiful, beautiful foxglove plants. Still not sure where they came from, but I'm certainly glad that they're here. A little bit of burdock here, I think. No, I don't think so. I think that's something else. So, snapdragons and our sunflowers, which have come back. So these are a perennial type of sunflower, which I'm very glad to have. Perennials are fun. Oh, who's this? Is that a little robin? I'm not sure. Where did it go? Where did you go? There you are. So you never know quite what you're going to find as we do our little nature walk on our way over to the small temple. So here's one of our walnut trees right there. But I'm not seeing any walnuts, which is kind of odd. Unfortunately, we did have very high winds that I think are affecting our plums and walnuts and other things. The blossoms just got knocked off the trees before they could develop enough to stand up to the winds. So not much of a harvest this year, I think. But we do have some, look out here. You can see a couple of pomegranate blossoms. I think that's one of the most beautiful colors in the world. That deep, deep orange red. So hopefully we'll be getting a few pomegranates from our tree in our little Mary garden. All right. Now let me get some candles going. Wherever you are watching this, that you're able to feel the sense of sacred space and that you can make it sacred, even if it's not obviously that way. God is bless. I think that's one of our situations is that as humans we can sanctify and we can bless and bring things forth. And once sanctified, I think that vibration remains. So here's to making wherever we are sacred. So, Goddess bless. Let me get some incense going too. I think we will go with the Opal de Horus. I'm so happy to find a commercial incense that has the Eye of Horus on it. So we can do that. And even our lighter is cooperating, so we're very happy about that. Goodness bless. us begin. Divine Isis, goddess of 10,000 names, I invoke your grace. Come to our temple, O goddess, dwell in our shrine. Make our hearths your altars, our hearts your home. Bring vision and healing to those who use this shrine. Give us wisdom and unveil the truth, and with thy feathery wings protect us. Breathe into us the breath of life and health and strength. It is noon. Let us celebrate the moon. Let us celebrate the stars, no matter where they are. It is noon. Let us celebrate the sun that shines on everyone. Let us celebrate our day as we go upon our way. It is noon. It is noon. It is noon. All right. And today being, I'm getting ahead of myself. So here are our 3 words coming through. Let's see who's there now. From Phoenixa, embrace love and light. Embrace love and light. Embrace love and light. Embrace love and light. And from Irene in Italy, love, beauty, and protection. Love, beauty, and protection. Love, beauty, and protection. Love, beauty, and protection. And Marky, joy, spread it everywhere. That's an excellent instruction. Joy, spread it everywhere. Joy, spread it everywhere. Joy, spread it everywhere. God is bless. And let's see who else we have here. From Crystal, love, thanks, and devotion. Love, thanks, and devotion. Love, thanks, and devotion. Love, thanks, and devotion. And from Mana, health, faith, and courage. Health, faith, and courage. Health, faith, and courage. Health, faith, and courage. And from Carolina, hello. Healing for the sick. Healing for the sick. Healing for the sick. Healing for the sick. And I know several people in attendance especially welcome all healing energies. And from Phoenixa for Jessie, do the locomotion. Okay, do the locomotion. Do the locomotion. Do the locomotion. All right. And let's see if there's anything else coming in. I think I got everybody. If not, just add it in when you can. All righty. So now let us go on and honor the directions. And as I mentioned the other day, I was hearing that in the Coptic church, which still maintains the use of the sistrum, they shake the sistrum in all 4 of the directions. So I'm going to do that today. Let us honor the east, element of air with the winds ever blowing. And we honor the south, element of fire with the flames ever glowing. And we honor the all these gifts and more, our very own special essence, let us thank the goddess for that which she bestows. Let us go forth, refreshed and renewed, with dedication to preserve and protect all life, for we are all children of Isis, the great Mother Goddess. And today being Thursday, it is Thankfulness Thursday. And so we have a moment to give thanks for those boons which we may have received. I give thankfulness for where we are, for being on this lovely and amazing planet. Anything at all that you may be thankful for. And may there be many things. May it be hard for you to decide what to mention. May your blessings be so very abundant. So, Goddess, bless all of our thankfulnesses. I'm always thankful to get through another week on dealing with various things here. We're constantly having to cope with one new thing or another, whether it's a problem with our internet or other difficulties or some new regulation or some new requirement. Anyway, we try to keep on going through it all. But I must admit, sometimes I'm very thankful if no one with a clipboard shows up during a day. So God has blessed that. All right. Marky is thankful for good friends. Oh, that's a wonderful thing to have, isn't it? And I like to think that we are all good spiritual friends, even though some of us may not have met yet in face-to-face. We are all part of the same divine order of things, and so may we benefit by that spiritual friendship, whether it is face-to-face or not. And from Crystal, gratitude for Isis Oasis. Thank you so much. I too am grateful for Isis Oasis, and not always have been, but have been for a very, very, very long time. Even before I first came here, I had heard of Isis Oasis through Margot Adler's very important book, Drawing Down the Moon. And so I knew that there was this bricks and mortar place dedicated to Isis in the far north of California when I was down in both in Orange County and in San Diego. And it was a lighthouse to me internally, just knowing that there was this radiant spot. And then, some years after that, I was able to come here, and then some years after that, began coming here very regularly. So, and now it's regularly indeed. So, yes, and Phoenixa rings in, also grateful for all at Isis Oasis, as we all are. Goddess bless that this may thrive and continue for a long, long, long time to come. Alrighty. Any other thankfulnesses? I'm thankful every day that where we are right now is not plagued with the immediacy of war. We have our problems, there's no denying that, but my goodness, it is deeply troubling that so many people are facing such terrible situations literally at their doorstep, within their doors, and God has blessed them all, that they may be strong and safe. So, thank you, Mana. Mana says she's thankful for me. Well, I'm thankful for Mana, so there. So, if there's any other thankfulnesses, Phoenixa says she's grateful Jessie is doing well, which I am assuming that her tests that she had recently have shown good progress. I don't know if that's a fact yet, but here's hoping that those results are very positive and reassuring. So, all right. Anything else to be thankful for? Okay. And Phoenix is also grateful for all the prayers. And we hold many people in our hearts, and we are always happy to continuously project beneficial energies. Phoenix says, yes, she has not got the results on that kidney problem, so God is blessed that it does, it shows that it has cleared up as no longer such a threat. So, as we move on, these physical bodies sometimes are challenging to keep in good shape. Many, many forces are at work and stresses in modern life, so it is a challenge to keep it all working well. All right, any other thankfulnesses? No? Let me see. All right, if not, I shall go on to the reading. Get the little bell going. It's interesting, the bell functions very differently from the sistrum. And it's something to contemplate what the more ringing sound of the bell does and what the more shaking sound of the sistrum does. Now, some systems, even in ancient times, would have bells added. So that's interesting. There's at least one example that, someone's clearly added a bell to it to sweeten the sound, and that is something that you can do. So you can have a dual instrument of both the sistrum and the bell, too. Oh, thank you, Carolina. All right. Well, number 5, I affirm that all life is sacred. 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 And Lady Lorianne writes, may we see all life, humans, animals, birds, reptiles, insects, plants, and trees as sacred. For indeed, if we see all as a gift of Mother Earth, then surely all is sacred. Treat all living things that are in our world as if they are a wonderful gift. Some of us are vegetarians. Some say they do not eat anything with a face. Others feel that creatures that are killed to be consumed must be slaughtered with special ceremony and honored for their sacred gifts. The Temple of Isis does not have a policy for how its members choose to dine. It is up to them. If, however, they see that there are areas where there is mistreatment of any kind of life, it would be necessary to speak up or attempt to change any mistreatment of that which they encounter. As we become more aware of the sacredness of all life, we become more concerned about cruelty to anything alive. We are anti-war, declaring that no form of destruction can solve any problem. All violence of any kind is considered an abomination, and we choose peace. Alrighty. Is there anything else that we should attend to at this noontime rite? Okay. No. Marky is saying that having faith is not a mental illness, someone said. Sometimes I think having faith is considered an aberration, but really one of the things that I have always brought forth on that matter is that pretty much universally, at least among the human universe on this planet Earth, faith seems to be hardwired into us. It is extremely interesting that this is so. If it is invalid, then why has this survived as a trait of human beings? Contemplate that a bit. I believe that we are well aware of other tides and forces and energies and of the divine, and that our interaction with all of these things is definitely real. It can be positive or negative in some ways, and we always have to kind of be monitoring what we are actually pursuing and what benefit or blessing it may bring. But to say that none of this exists, I think, requires an anti-faith, which can be just as delusional as some far-out aspects of faith. So the idea is that we find our path, and that it's a good and beneficial one. And I believe, as does most of the planet, that faith has a very strong role to play. So, Goddess bless. All right. Well, I guess it's time for our close. As always, we are grateful to Lady Lorianne Vanier for all that she established. When the goddess bade her do it, she did it. So, something to be thought of. And one of the things that she often quotes actually came from Lord Strathlock, Lady Olivia's brother. And when she and her then partner Paul visited the castle, one of the things that he said was that you have to meet the goddess halfway. And I think if you do attempt to meet the goddess halfway, then the connection is a very real and strong one. Sometimes we fall back into putting all the arrangements on the goddess, but I think sometimes we need to pick up the phone and make the reservations also and say, Goddess, I am coming. Let us meet here. Let us be connected. So it is important to meet, indeed, the goddess halfway. And as always, we are grateful to our teachers, among them Lady Olivia and her brother Lord Strathlock, and all those that have shed light upon our way. But I think that's really one of the iconic bits of wisdom that Lord Strathlock presented was meet the goddess halfway, be willing to meet her halfway. As always, we give thanks to the gracious goddess herself, and we will meet her halfway, won't we? And we give her our prayers and ask her blessings. And to each and every one of us, for all that we do, both here and in the world, may our efforts be blessed. May our results be abundant, and may we go forth from this rite refreshed and renewed. I hope you all have a splendid day that's filled with magic and inspiration and insight and everything that you need. And may all good things come to all of us. Goddess bless.